God damn it. You're like a fucking Marvel movie. You come in and ruin a good moment with some bullshit. Resident Evil, the Netflix show. We finna talk about it one more time. This probably will be the last time we talk about this motherfucking show. Now, if you weren't aware.
I hear taps playing.
Yeah. I did not like this show. Nick
did not
like
finish
this show so much, he did not finish the show. I gave him a brief rundown of what he missed. I think you missed, the last 3 episodes? Didn't you watch?
I missed Blade.
Yeah, that was a true travesty there. So before it leaves Netflix, you need to get on there, and see Blade. Well, it's no news, no big news here because I actually missed this. I mentioned this on Saturday on the show on another. I think I was talking about another show that was coming along. I mentioned that Resident Evil, and it is true, Resident Evil as of Friday has been canceled. After just 1 season, the Resident Evil Netflix series based on the mega popular video game franchise of the same name was canceled this past Friday. Okay, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised if we got a season 2 either, but I'm not surprised that it got canceled because most people were saying, hey, this show kind of sucks, because it did. It was not a good show. We did get something amazing from it, which we will talk about in a few minutes, but it just wasn't a good show. However, Lance Reddick, which I personally and many people have said was probably the best part of the show. Like, anytime he was on screen, it wasn't always good what was happening, but I was like, Lance Reddick's always awesome, because he always is. He took to Twitter, I think it was Twitter, he took to the internets to talk briefly about it, and he had some comments. Nick, what do you think he had to say? What do you think Mr. Reddick had to say about Resident Evil? Was it good stuff?
That it was the most life-affirming, changing thing he ever did, that he will never not remember it. Now he's off to get a beer.
Not too far off.
I really don't know.
Well, our good boy Lance, our good fine fellow Lance. I love Lance Reddick. I think he's awesome in everything he's in. If you haven't seen it, check out Toys for Me. The was it comedy or Funny or Die? Funny or Die on YouTube. Look up Toys for Me. It's like the Manager from Hell skit with Lance Reddick. That's all you need right there. That is all the Lance Reddick you need in your life, and there's much more. But anyway. Lance Reddick he actually did a video. I don't have the video, but he said, here's a few excerpts of what he said. He said, we worked our asses off and had a great time. Okay, that's cool. I get that. Even if I didn't like the show, yeah, I'm sure you put in a lot of hard work and had a good time doing it. And he went on to thank the crew, executive producers, and cast members. You know what? I think that's fine. That's good. I mean, whatever he wanted to say was fine, but that's cool. You know, you worked on this thing. It didn't work out, but you had a good time with it. And like I said, the best parts of the show were when he was involved. When he was on screen, I was like, this is good shit. I'm enjoying this more than the rest. He also went on and he thanked the fans for their love and support. However, in the same breath, Reddick also took the time to call out the trolls and haters that the series faced throughout its short lifespan. Lance, what are you doing?
Stop blaming people for shit.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
man.
That's the problem. Come on, man. Lance, you're my boo, man. Come on, man. It's crazy.
They weren't trolls and haters. They weren't. I'm not a troll and a hater.
Some probably,
in fact,
but not all.
Yeah. There's always some. But you know, as a whole, look, I've been accused of a lot of things in reviewing things and giving my opinions on films, especially in films and shows, especially when they deal with a current existing IP. People have said that I'm too easy on things, i.e. the Halo series. People talked about how I gave that too much of a pass and how I was just, somebody said I was paid for it. I was not, but I wish I was. If I was, I'd tell you. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I was. What you gonna do? But no, I was not paid for that. It was just my genuine opinions. I typically will watch something, and if it's not egregiously bad, I will give it some room to wiggle. If it's an adaptation, I'm cool with that. I get it. I like the original Resident Evil movies, except for 2 and 7, or 2 and 6. Those sucked. But the other ones...
Whoa. Hey, two's awesome. What are you talking about?
God. We're going to have
crazy. I quit this show. You're passionate on Apocalypse.
You can't quit. You're going to get fucking fired if you say stupid shit like that. No, I hated Apocalypse and I hated Final Chapter. But Final Chapter I hated more. I'll say it is the worst. But I digress. We're getting all sidetracked.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to like this show because I'm a big Resident Evil fan. And of the movies, the game, all of it. I wanted to, and I kept on giving. Ask Nick. He watched it with me. We got to season 5 or episode 5, and he was like, "I'm just not." And I was like, "No, maybe it'll get better." I was like, "I'm gonna watch it." I watched it all the way through, and I didn't have to, but I did because I just wanted it to get better. And I will say that the show did get better after episode 5, but it never got great, and it didn't make up for the other 5 episodes that sucked balls. There weren't haters, no more than usual. They weren't trolls and haters for the most part. They were just people that did not like this show that the vast majority of people just said wasn't good. And it's not even that you changed Resident Evil stuff. It's just, even if it wasn't Resident Evil, which it didn't seem like, honestly, but even if it wasn't a Resident Evil property, nobody would like the show. It just wasn't very interesting. It was boring. Nothing really fucking happened until the very end. That's why people were, that's why I got canceled. Right there. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it this way. When I don't even remember what happened on the show, this is a month ago. That's bad. Like, usually if a good TV show, you'll remember for a long time. I mean, even if it's not like the best TV show, something that's entertaining, you'll know for a long time. But I can't even tell you what happened in those 5 episodes anymore. I know Lance Reddick shows up. I know there's the boring high school drama bullshit in that, but I can't tell you what happened.
So you're saying you remember nothing?
For the most part.
Then you remember everything, because that's all that fucking happened in that show in the first 5 episodes is abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Bad.
You remember it.
Yeah.
Just nothing
and
happened.
That's probably what... I think that's the other problem is like people. I think people were like me. I think people watched a few episodes and were like, "What the fuck is this shit?" and then left. And like they made their voices known. I guarantee you, a lot of people were like, "Netflix, Resident Evil." This is the biggest problem. And Jacob, you'll agree, is like Resident Evil as a video game series. Resident Evil 2 remake, 7 and 8, fantastic fucking games. The properties that are the multimedia properties of like television shows like Infinite Darkness and this and the movies. I mean, we've had the discussion before. I enjoyed Raccoon City. It's not great, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But it's just shite. Like, it's just nothing but shite properties. They don't know what the fuck to do with this series. This is what my worry with the Last of Us TV series is. I don't think it's going to be very good. Like, it's just the way it is. I don't know. Resident Evil just has an identity issue. So.
Yeah, and there's so much there to work with. The Resident Evil franchise, I don't give a fuck if you change shit around.
It's not a property about fucking zombies.
Yeah,
it's not about zombies. It's about a virus. Not fucking zombies. Stop putting zombies in your Resident Evil series.
Just retain the fucking spirit of it all. You can change it. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck that they went to this Resident Evil City or Raccoon City 2 in South Africa and all that shit. Whatever. I was kind of like, okay, this is new. Fine, you're doing something new. I don't care. But do something good. If you're going to do something new, do something good. If people were complaining that, oh, it's not staying, it's not being like the games. It's veering off the course of what the games have laid down and all this and that. If it was good, I'd still be like, yeah, it did. It's trying something new, but it's doing it good. No, it veered off course and it didn't do anything good because it fucking sucked. That's like a double whammy. Jesus Christ. Lance, come on, man. You're better than this. We know you are. However, all that being said, I don't need to really rant about this show anymore because it is no longer a thing. Some on a side note, some people have said that, oh, it might move to another studio or another network. No, it won't. No, it won't. It ain't going nowhere. Come on now. This thing was like universally panned. Just pretty much everybody said this wasn't good, so it ain't going nowhere else. Come on now. I mean, Resident Evil will, in a cinematic variant of it, will show up somewhere else at some point in time, but not this one. This is over. It's done. Watch. Next week we'll be doing a report that Resident Evil has been renewed over at CBS or something. No,
Resident
it's
Evil
not happening.
Renewed at A24.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. Daniels.
The Daniels were... Anyway. There is one... I still love you, Lance. I just want to say that I still love you. I understand you put a lot of work into it. People talking shit about your work, I get it. People talk shit about my work, comments, things like that. I'm a little bit more used to it because YouTuber comments, you get used to it. But it still hurts. It hurts deep. And you want to defend yourself. You want to defend your work, so I understand. It's okay. It's all right. I don't hold it against you. I don't. Don't do it again. I don't hold it against you. But there is a sad part to this story arc here, to this cancellation. Do you know what that is, Nick? What are you saddest about on this? Let me ask you that. What are you saddest about? What's the negative? If you could pull a negative from this, what would it be?
That we're not that Resident Evil is once again proven to be a shitty property. I mean, I don't know.
No, that's not it. That's not. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess that's a bad one. Yeah, but that's not it. That's not it. It's that.
All right.
I would like us to take a moment, bow our heads. Everyone in the chat, everyone out there watching this, bow our heads. A moment of silence. And a moment of recognition that we are no longer going to get to see Lance Reddick's blade. He's no longer going to be with us. We knew you for such a short period of time, Blade Wesker, Lance Blade Reddick, whatever we call you. You were the best part of the fucking show, and you were there such a short period of time. We will miss you. You will be missed, but not forgotten. God damn it. You're like a fucking Marvel movie. You come in and ruin a good moment with some bullshit. God damn it.
Now I have to search for everything as you stare at the...
But yeah.
No, in all honesty, like, you gotta... Okay. As we bow our heads to Blade Reddick, you have to admit, at least they were that this was a moment that is very Resident Evil, in the fact that it's very campy. It's very stupid. It's very like punching a boulder type of scenario. I mean, yes. he's fighting himself. This to me is fucking Resident Evil. As bad as it is, this is what Resident Evil is kind of known for. Just the stupid, nonsensical bullshit that they come up with. But it's fun. At least it's a little fun. Yeah.
Yes, this was great.
Yeah.
Not good, but it was great. Yeah. This is the beginning of episode 6, I think it was. Maybe 5. I think it was episode 6. The very beginning, it starts this way. I strongly recommend anyone who is just somewhat aware of Resident Evil, even if you don't want to watch the show, just queue up episode, I'm pretty sure it's episode 5. You'll know, it happens in the first few minutes. It starts with this. If you don't get to this lab setting with multiple Lance Reddicks and then Blade Reddick shows up in the first 5 or 10 minutes, then it's wrong one. It's 5 or 6. But this is a prime example, and then we'll get out of here on this story. Okay, with this particular show, the showrunners, the people in charge of the show, people making the show, didn't know what the fuck they were doing, but the fans don't know what the fuck they want either, because the fans are always like, oh, make it more like the games, make it more like the game. All right.
They did. They sure did.
This is what happens when they make it more like the games. And while I loved it because it was so bad it's good, let's be real, this was not good. So I'm like,
no, it really wasn't.
This is why you don't make it too much like the games. This is why you have adaptations and you change things. You don't have to, I understand, you don't have to change too much. You can still retain the spirit, stay in there. But this is why you change things. This scene right here, because I don't know anybody who could watch this scene without laughing. When he comes on screen, Jesus Christ.
And the funny part, this is exactly how, well, outside of Wesker not being, Lance Reddick, this is what he looks like. But the problem is, it's Lance Reddick looking like fucking Blade. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, because typically, for those of you that don't know,
Lance Reddick should not be wearing leather. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. It's weird.
The guy, he's got that haircut going on and everything. The haircut's what really does it, too. But typically,
his voice,
and I don't care that Lance Reddick was great. I'm happy that Lance Reddick was Wesker. I don't care about this.
Yeah.
But typically, in the games, Wesker is a, pasty white dude with blonde hair and blue eye, blue, sometimes red eyes. And he dresses like that, but you put Lance Reddick in that exact thing with that haircut. Come on. Who didn't see it? Somebody on that fucking set said, this fool looks like Blade. Don't tell him. He had to see, when he was putting it on that morning, he had to be like, yeah, I'm looking good today. Wesley. I mean,
do you think like during the set of John Wick 4 or something like that, whatever the next John Wick movie there is, they're like, Hey, Lance, I loved you.
Yeah, they're gonna talk shit. Keanu Reeves gonna walk on. He's like, hey Lance, loved his blade, man. Whoa. When I saw
he
you
just
come
turns
on his
his
blade, I was like, whoa. Blade
He's
to the
like-
set. I mean, Lance.
He just comes in and does the funny or die. He's like, shut the fuck up.
All right, everybody. Yeah, that's what it is. The Resident Evil is no more. The Resident Evil Netflix show has been canceled. No more Blade Wesker. It's you know, a tear drops. Pour one out for Lance Reddick and
I gotta bring back the picture for the.
it's going no. But no more Resident Evil. If you hated it, which is you probably did, I don't know if I haven't heard anybody say, "Oh, I loved it." But if you disliked it, well, you don't have to endure it anymore because it ain't coming back. Unfortunately, we're left with that cliffhanger forever. Whatever will we do? Let me know what you thought. Were you looking forward to Resident Evil Season 2? I mean, seriously, I really do want to know that. If somebody was, please let me know in the comments below. And if you were, why? I mean, if you liked it, you liked it. That's great. But most people did not, and I was one of them. But Resident Evil, bye-bye.